Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Fiancé.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality, yes,
Let's love.
All right, everybody. I don't love to admit sometimes when I relate to these characters so much.
Did one of them shit their pants?
I did shit my pants today. That's a story. I didn't make it up the stairs in time, y'all. I didn't. You waylaid me. No, it's fine. But I had things to do, and shitting was on, and I ran up the stairs and had a little whoopsie. It happens.
Not usually to people in their 40s. Consistently, like it does seem to happen to you.
At least once a year I have a problem. I don't know. It runs in my family.
You've already told
This
at
is
least three.
This is
First time this year.
Yes, this is the first time this year. Yes.
We're 10 days into the year.
Yes, that's true. No, I was going to say I am Jonathan and Jonathan is me because I know what it feels. I just want everybody out there to I just want to hug everyone. Y'all, if you've been out there, come at me. Maybe we need to start a sissy support group, an offset in the Facebook group, but come at me if you know what it feels like for your friend to fuck in the bathroom while you're just sitting there drinking coffee. Because I've been there, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, everyone. And finally, my story has been told on 90 Day Fiancé, and I appreciate because we always just hear about the fucking. The sluts just fucking in the bathroom. They never hear about us, the ones just sitting out there.
The real heroes.
The real heroes. Yeah. Thank you.
I gotta say, I liked it that was the bigger all-gender bathroom. That was a good choice.
Yes.
Very inclusive.
Very inclusive. I think it was handicapped as well, right?
Yes. Yeah. All of the labels. Yes.
Poodle Boudreaux needs the room.
I will say that fucking in a bathroom isn't my first choice, but
it's not your last.
It's definitely not the last.
It's not your last.
I would choose a bathroom over a car. I would choose a bathroom over a car. There is more room.
It does, y'all. It's a weird thing because let me describe for y'all what Jonathan went through. He sat there and he goes, "Oh wait, they're gonna go talk or something," and he's like. And he's kind of looking on his phone. He checks Facebook once. He checks Instagram, maybe responds to a post. He watches 2 or 3 TikToks, watches some North Sea shit or whatever.
North Sea TikTok.
Yeah. And so he's watching these things, and then he kind of puts his phone down. And he looks around and goes, those 2 or 3 people around me left. I'm still sitting here. I wonder what's taking so long. And then he starts to go, wait, should I be worried? Did something happen?
No. Sadly, they have just forgotten that you existed. That's exactly what happened.
Yes, you're sitting there for 20 minutes. Just keep looking at your phone, not knowing
First of all, it may, if we're lucky, it may have been 10 minutes. But
it feels like an hour to the person sitting there.
That is true.
The unsung hero.
Y'all, this is Reality Gaze, and this is 90 Day Fiancé, Season 10, Episode 13. 10/13, my birthday.
It is.
The episode is called To Love and to Cherish That Gender-Neutral Bathroom.
Yes, this is your part 1 of this. We're remote, but goat. Mainly because
shit yourself.
I had to shit my. I had taken a shower. There's tree trimming by Poodle. It's gonna fuck their sound.
They are trimming trees here, so it's very upsetting.
This is where we are.
Sorry for those of you who on the East Coast who don't have power, and I'm complaining about my trees being trimmed.
I felt a little bad because we talked about how cold it was in Los Angeles, and then
yeah, you should have felt bad.
Oh, you're the one that said it's freezing and bemoaned how you had to turn on your heat.
I told you to recognize your cold privilege.
Mm-hmm.
I told you.
Yeah, y'all. If you're, we're thinking of you. If it makes you feel not better, but karma came for me. My best friend's father died, so I've got to go to Oklahoma this weekend where it's going to be 2.
I don't know if karma is that mean.
I think sometimes karma is.
So wait. Let me lay this out. So because you were haughty and talked about how cold you were, karma decided to kill your best friend's father.
Well, he was in hospice.
You would have to go to Oklahoma. Boy, that is
not
some
self-centered. Not self-centered at all. No, it's not at all. You know what? I think it's, again, very, very much the way Whitney on Real Housewives of Salt Lake would think.
Oh. We're going to talk about that in a corner. We're going to talk about that reunion. She's
kind of a blah reunion, but it's part 1.
She's been ridiculous before, but this season, I'm always amazed by Whitney's ability to be personally offended by something that doesn't even
has anything to do with her. No, but she makes it about her.
It's quite convincing.
I was watching with my friend, and she went, "Oh my God, are all of them narcissists?" And I said, "Yes, yes, that's the point of being on this show." It is.
The only one I can kind of handle is Angie K.
I like Angie, actually.
I like it how, even though when she's saying things, even she knows they're stupid.
yes. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that, y'all. And Monica's basically is gunning. She is embracing her villainy.
She's even coming after the producer of the show sitting right by her, which was pretty fucking ballsy.
I've got to say, I really wish they would have, since she's not actually their friend, she should have been kept in a certain segment. They should have not invited her for the segments involving the other 5 women who actually have had interactions.
Well, it's like she wasn't there anyway. Did you see how all the other women...
They wouldn't look at her.
Well, but no, when other people were talking, like if Whitney was talking about her and Heather's relationship...
Yeah.
Like Lisa and Meredith and Angie would kind of look interested. Monica,
yes, because they are.
Monica, y'all, is just sitting there kind of gazing out, just fixing her hair. So vapid. Anyway.
Well, it's less vapid and she's not well, y'all.
No,
she needs to go to quote rehab. Or whatever, whatever they send people away.
I think
to the nervous hospital.
Yeah, between that and her mother, I think they've got to Clockwork Orange her.
Oh God, that mother. The mother literally needs a new personality.
I mean, the way they loot. If Mary is coming on and agreeing with you, then you're in trouble because that bitch is cuckoo magoo.
Anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit more about that. I think on a corner. I don't know which episode we'll do that, but we'll think about it.
We'll think about it. Any other announcements?
Yeah, I wrote some down. Let me see. Oh, y'all, the Instagram competition. I think this is the last week. I think the last time to. I don't know
it's
if
the 14th. I think. You talk. I'll look.
Then that means, the last time to vote is the 14th, which is Sunday. So if you're listening to this tonight, you can still vote for Timey. What we're going to name our Timey 2. Because
good names.
Timey 1 went off into the West and did and served a life of service to them, him, her, theirs.
Thems?
I don't know. We never.
Oh, never mind. It's January 12th. Sorry, it's done. You can't vote anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be announcing that soon.
Missed it.
We're really not equipped to do these early.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. So, y'all, by the time you're hearing this, a new name has been chosen, and
yes.
We will reveal that name, and we will shout out the person on the show.
We will.
And also I think we're shouting out like just some other names that So I think we'll shout that out next week's show, which will
Yeah.
air the 20.
And the winner will be flying out and taking them to dinner. in LA.
No, we're not. Who's paying for that? Not us. You got a rat in your pocket? Do you ever hear that expression growing up? When we would say, we're going to do something, and my father would go, you got a rat in your pocket, friend?
Wow.
You get it?
I do get it, yes. I've not heard that. Wow.
And another piece of the puzzle.
And another piece of the puzzle.
So we will announce that soon. Timey 2 will have a name. Some of the names have been really good so far. I've enjoyed them.
I have too.
They need to be simple, though. If you're going to keep going with the names, make them simple, because I'm not going to say a long name. I need to talk about something that's very important to me, and that I got to be honest. I didn't think I was really that. Maybe I was good last year. I don't know. I didn't try to be.
No, you weren't.
But I did not deserve both Parker Posey and Carrie Coon being in The White Lotus season 3. I did not deserve that.
You didn't.
But that is what we are getting.
I will say, before I read about Carrie Coon, but reading that Parker Posey was going to be in it, I already was like, okay, I'll watch.
But that was
season.
News we'd already watched.
Oh,
Parker Posey was revealed before Carrie Coon.
Oh, yes, but not that like a week or two. It wasn't that long ago. It was like a week ago, right? At least that's when I saw it.
But you're I think you're switching it around. Parker
No,
Posey
no.
was
I'm
revealed.
saying I was already when I saw Parker Posey like a week or so ago. I went, oh, I actually will watch that because I love her.
And then, okay, that's not what you said, but
that's what
fine.
I meant. Sorry, I shat my pants today. Give me grace. Fair. So I'm sorry.
We gotta send you to a proctologist. Something's
what?
wrong.
Nothing's going on back there. Maybe that's it.
We gotta.
Maybe that's it. Maybe nothing's happening in the caboose in my starfish.
They gotta tighten the strings or something.
No, maybe it's too tight.
No, that's the problem. No, maybe we can turn that spam key or something. I don't know what's
anyway.
going on.
I'm saying it now. I will watch The White Lotus because of Parker Posey. I'm very excited.
How brave!
I'm finally going to give this thing a try.
You haven't seen it yet?
I saw season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
How are you so behind normal cultural events?
Well, now Echo just dropped on Marvel, and I've got to watch that. And
not important. Not important compared to The Lotus.
It's going to be a Mandalorian movie now. It's very exciting in Nerdville. Very.
Didn't they already say everything they needed to say about it?
No, you don't know.
I actually tried to watch the first episode, and I'm going to try again.
A Mandalorian?
Yeah.
It's a slow show. The second season was but don't talk to Bridget Green about Grogu.
Okay. By the way, if you're not watching Fargo this season, you are missing out. It is incredible this season. They just aired episode 8 last night.
I don't think that's my kind of show.
I think you might be right. I'm not pushing you to watch it.
A lot of people tell me like,
It is fucking phenomenal this season, though. It is. Juno Temple is doing incredible work. Jennifer Jason Leigh. John Hamm is being his most evil that we've ever seen him.
With his big dick.
Yeah, it's Dave Foley from Kids in the Hall is doing some great work with an eye patch.
That's great.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's really good this season.
I want to say, too, y'all, I'm glad we didn't do it, but we want to say rest in power to Glynis Johns, who died at the age of 100 years old last week, of Mary Poppins, and
Send in the Clowns.
Send in the Clowns was written for her.
Yes, the original Desiree Armfeldt.
Yes, so, and may she...
Motherhood!
We hope that Sister Suffragette is marching in a better place.
She still has one of my favorite lines of all time in the movie The Ref, where she's the mother. She's the mother-in-law of the Kevin Spacey. Boy, that was a long time ago. And Kevin Spacey was a respectable actor.
Yeah.
It's Kevin Spacey and Judy Davis. And and Dennis Leary breaks into their house, and he's pretending to be their marriage counselor. And so Judy Davis is being very pretentious and Scandinavian, and Glynis Johns is the mother-in-law. She's just awful, and she's like, "What is this? Some Scandinavian Christmas potion?" It's just so good, and it's wonderful. Rest in power, Glynis Johns.
Rest in power, Sister
Glynis Johns.
All right. Anything else?
I
I
think that was it. Me gushing over the White Lotus. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. No, I'm glad you brought it because everyone is like posting about Carrie Coon.
Everyone is sending it to me.
So we appreciate it. We got it.
Everyone knows about my obsession with Carrie Coon, and my obsession not just with, but also Carrie Coon in Leftovers. And
she was in The Leftovers?
You haven't watched that show, so you don't know.
No, I didn't know she was in that.
She was in, yeah.
I would watch that show. I heard it's great.
I think you'd have problems. I think it is a wonderful show, but at this point, it's like 7 years old.
I want to start watching The Diplomat with Kerry Russell.
Sure, we can ping pong to other topics without discussing.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when I talk about something and you're like, I'm kind of tired of talking about that. So
you do that to me all the time.
Yes, but mine is relevant.
No, not always.
Yours are boring, though.
Well, that's your opinion. All right, let's do this. Let's talk not that much, thankfully, about Rob the Knob and
what
Sophie.
A gift! That I've got to say, when I only wrote 6 or 7 lines, I was so thankful.
I mean,
y'all just want to judge, and act like you've never been through it all because, like, I've been really through so much, and life is really hard for me.
This guy is so angry at the world and bitter, and he's never going to live up to anything Sophie wants in her life because this man, he thinks he's a piece of shit, but instead of actually having some vulnerability and having some introspection in himself and working on his own self-worth, it's classic narcissist. He's going to blame everyone in society and in his life for his problems.
No, he has to be on a continual rise. He has to be on a continual rise or slope downward and complain and have everyone else validate that the only reason he can't get there is because he didn't have a hand up.
Because he
never had anything. And the only that's the only thing missing from him making it and being successful is one thing.
And I understand that he's had troubles that we don't know about, or I don't understand.
Everything is in generalities. We don't know any. Do you notice that? Which usually for 90 Day Fiancé, we get for people who've had harder times. We get specifics. We get nothing about his
because I think it's more coming from a place of narcissism rather than reality. I would love for Rob to sit down and just talk to a dark-skinned, non-good-looking black man and see if they had the same experience in life. Because I bet you they did not.
Well, I don't know if they'd even be able to talk to one another.
I don't think he could talk to him.
Rob would immediately start the other black person would immediately see through the bullshit.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I
don't think he would want to have those conversations just because he would feel
exactly
because a narcissist does not want to be called out.
Yeah. So
also, sorry to interrupt you, but Sissy said this. They said that basically Sophie's mom looks like Molly with lip filler and not great plastic surgery, and I can't unsee it. Like she opened her mouth and she was British, but I was expecting Molly's voice of "Rob the Knob." I expected it was anyway. Can't unsee it.
My legs are shaking. I got my adrenaline going, and I'm gonna kick him. I'm gonna kick him, honey.
Mom, don't kick him. Mom, don't kick him.
So
He's acting like a
finally-
child. Just ignore him, Mom. Just ignore him. Because he's outside spouting off.
He's just talking to the camera, y'all.
Talking to the wind.
This is so interesting. When
Kind of like Mother Poodle.
When she does do this. Merry Christmas. This is interesting because you honestly see you see as soon as he doesn't get to control the narrative, as soon as someone's not validating him, at least someone he loves to talk to people who won't talk back, who will just listen.
Mm-hmm.
And he can control the narrative. So he's doing this to the camera crew, and they come out, and she's like, "What are you doing? Are you just shit talking me?" He's like, "I was just being honest. I got no roommate, no parents to help me. Blah blah blah." And I wrote down, "Wait, has Sophie been getting help? I don't know if she has. None of this is clear."
She brings up that he has jealousy of her upbringing and this weird resentment. And I will say, I bet you Rob has never dated a woman who is from a similar socioeconomic background because, again, he
would have to have it worse than her.
Yes, has it worse with her.
100%.
A narcissist wants to like level up all the time. Like, mainly, I know we're having a conversation about deep emotions, but I just want to ask, because I saw something that I don't know if I can unsee. Is that a Dr. Pepper vending machine outside of their apartment?
I did not see it.
There was a glance. There is some type of vending machine, and I think it might be not a Coke, but specifically a Dr. Pepper vending machine just sitting outside of that apartment.
But no, sometimes they'll be. It's just the name that happens. It's not just all Dr. Pepper.
I know,
like
but
Coke.
yeah. But it says Dr. Pepper on it. I'm pretty sure it's a vending. It looked like a vending machine.
Possibly.
This makes no sense.
I think this is a kind of a communal thing where this is like the vending machine in the corner of the yeah. There are these apartments that exist in Los Angeles. They are not up to code though. This could not be called a legal place of dwelling. Yeah.
No.
I think in the city of Los Angeles to do that, it must have a bathroom inside.
I don't know. I didn't learn that part in my realtor class.
Maybe you could ask your teacher. Oh wait, she's blocked you for emailing because of talking to her too much. I do need to say that someone pointed this out in one of our because they were talking about it. Someone, I don't know if you saw this DM, but there's more questions whether Sophie actually came from any money at all. So maybe this is a producer thing to give this story more life. Because they know that Rob was already going to spend things that way.
Possibly.
Because they dropped off Sophie's mom at a Holiday Inn. Now,
that's true.
In fairness, the Holiday Inns out here are more expensive.
Yes, Joe, you're looking at a room that's like a couple of $100s a night sometimes just for a Holiday Inn.
At a Holiday Inn. However, if someone who is, let's say, used to
nicer, finer things,
good life, you're not going to stay at a Holiday Inn.
No.
Yeah. So that I thought was interesting. I really don't believe anything they're telling me about this storyline.
I believe that Rob is a complete narcissist. I believe that.
That's not what I'm saying.
But as far as a plot line, I agree. I don't
believe any of it.
Because even Gino and Jasmine, it feels like there's not fraudacity, but more that they're massaging certain storylines that are based maybe in some truth. But there's an authenticity to that couple that I still love watching them. I know some people are sick of them. I'm not. I still love watching them.
This was a great episode for them. We're going to talk about that in episode 2. So, y'all, Claire just tells Rob, I'd like her to stay with me tonight. And, of course, that is the most offensive thing possible. She's not on my team. Or
Rob will cheat on her tonight or with to text another woman.
Or she wants to just spend the night with her daughter, who she doesn't really get to see because she can't spend the night here. So maybe she just wants to have some more time with her daughter. Maybe he could reframe that one moment, but he spirals.
I mean, that's true. I'd want to stay in the room with my mom so that
Of
way
course
she
you
could braid
would.
my hair and we could talk and knit.
This really is one of the worst men in a long time.
He's not a
And we've had
great.
a lot of bad ones.
It's different where you know what I like watching him because I hope it helps.
You like anything?
Well, no, I hope it helps some sissies out there that are watching this, and that
Oh,
Rob is a much more subtle narcissist than we've seen
that's
on a
true.
lot. He's not a Big Ed. He's not a Bilal.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not a South African, my boy.
Sinjin. Oh no, Ronald.
Ronald.
No, Ronald's just an addict.
Ron-
Straight up.
Yeah.
Well, all of Ronald's problems. There's a lot of problems there, but all of them come from his addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just think Rob probably, especially in this day and age and the social media culture we have, I feel like there are more Rob the knobs than there are
That's a good
not
point.
out there. And I
Yeah.
think hopefully people maybe can see, if you see your spouse in Rob, run.
Or one of the big hints, and this is a big one, so listen to this. If you always kind of feel bad when you're
like
with
you're
them,
always in the wrong, not in the
You're-
wrong, but you've always done something to hurt someone.
Yeah,
Like
and
you're
you've
always
offended them for some reason.
Yes, you're always you can never get caught up with being on good terms.
Yeah. And you're always feeling bad for saying something that you didn't think, so you think it's you. That is life with one of these low-key narcissists. Totally. That's exactly what it is. Because I guarantee you, Sophie never feels she has to walk on eggshells. Or as I think Lisa said on, now I'm having to dance on eggshells.
On Salt Lake City, yes.
Lisa's now dancing on eggshells.
Whitney, I have to dance on eggshells because your friend died. It's concerning. I'm trying to be a good friend. Oh.
That was such a great moment.
Jack is on a mission. This is hard for me. Oh, God, they're terrible. Okay. Ashley and Manuel.
This just gets more and more ridiculous. This woman is exhausting. I'm sorry. I've hit a wall.
I will say I've been, and I still am. I've been saying I enjoy watching her. I think she's good TV, and I've always said that I probably would. You've agreed that I'm like I would be her friend and we would tarot. After this, I'm like, bitch, you crazy. You a little nuts.
What it is to me is you like this circle. And you need to because it feels normal for you, and you're not interested in changing these circumstances for you. You're not interested. You like living this way.
I think both of them like living this way.
That's very true.
Her probably even more, but I will say she keeps saying that he's avoidant and not addressing issues.
He's avoidant.
Which he's true, but fucking away the problems or cleansing it with crystals and not talking about it is just as avoidant.
My favorite thing that happened, there are two favorite things that happened when they're fighting outside the restaurant. And she's like, I'm not going to say I'm not going to say you're sorry to me. She's like, "E como yo sentir? Oh, that's how I feel. E como yo sentir." Everything in Spanish that she says. Now, yes, she knows Spanish, but everything is in such an American Valley Girl accent that it drives me nuts.
It's funny. I agreed with what she said there.
Yo chingo internet.
Yeah, it was funny.
E como yo sentir?
So they're at Fuego, I think, or whatever.
I don't know.
It's 26 days to wed, and she's like, "Vamos, let's go." And she says in our talking to, she's like, "Look, she's like, I don't feel like I get any empathy back from him. I'm not asking him to lick my ass. I'm just wanting some acknowledgement." I see where she's coming with that, and I will. He will.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
I have a theory about this.
Okay, yeah. So he's not. So they go to leave, but Manuel again has to show like his own type of power and swing his dick, and he's like, "No, just kidding. I'm staying here. I'm going to stay here. We're not leaving now."
One of the things here is when she's talking about she says at the very beginning, your family's going to have to wait. We're having a wedding. And I wrote down, there are 100 better ways to say what you just said. And you somehow found the worst, most insensitive sounding way. So part of it's that, and part of it is that she's, I think what hurts her storyline even more is that it feels like she's trying to jazz it up for television. And it feels like it's a little bit MC-ish, like, this is my life. This is my Ashley's crazy life. More than a lot of the other people.
I think she's that way in life, though. I don't know if that's the show. I kind of think she's probably that way. Like, my life is wonderful. I'm grateful. Things are wonderful. But she's kind of avoiding all the dark or negative parts of her life.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, maybe the television amps it up. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, I think it's actually, I'm actually agreeing with you in saying probably she's that way anyway. And then now that she's on camera, it's amped up even more.
By the way, y'all, I am sorry if it's so fucking loud.
We can't hear anything.
Oh, thank God.
Can't hear anything. But you're looking like somebody's fucking, like somebody's getting hazed and fucked in front of you. Your eyes are bugged out.
That would be hot. But it's so loud next door. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
It's just hard to fucking concentrate. And he says, "Are you bothered by my presence?" Again, you're right. Needling her.
They're both terrible to each other.
Yeah. So,
and what you brought up earlier, I actually agree with her. She's right. He's not going to say, "I'm sorry," but she's got unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
Kind of like Nikki does of this. Manuel is not going to say, "I am so sorry. I hurt your feelings." He doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. Or, no, I shouldn't say that. It feels like he doesn't give a shit about your feelings because the way he acts towards her, and I get why this is building him, because the thing is, they fuck well, but personality wise, they're terrible for one another. He's so dismissive.
Here's my theory. This kind of shittiness is a kink for her.
Yeah. I think for him too.
But it's the reverse.
Yes.
It needs to be, I'm saying for her, because that's who we see through. She is the lens through which we see everything.
Yes.
I guarantee a lot of relationships have been crabs like this guy, who are not good, and the idea is to kind of get them to kind of open up. She wants to see their nice underbelly. But if she got a nice sensitive guy, she'd be bored.
Because game recognizes game.
Exactly.
You're not that way anymore. But yeah, I agree. And don't you think though too, for Manuel, it stokes his masculinity that like his dick is the only thing that can calm her. It's
the other theory I have when she says is she's like, I got you here. I fed you. I clothed you. I got you here with the clothes on my back. I'm not asking you to lick my ass like you said before. I just want some acknowledgement. I think any acknowledgement from him that he would give her would make the idea that she is supporting him. It would kill him. It would kill his fragile masculinity, his machismo. So in a way, he can't say it.
That's so true. But he just fucks her into submission.
Exactly.
And calms her like a cow. You really have been in this relationship before.
I know people like her. And
you were never like that, but I'm glad you're not.
But
anymore,
I know, and people like her who have unsuccessful relationships and repetitive, kind of messy.
Because her friend said that she's had messy relationships.
Oh, of course, they're all like this. They're all like this. So it is kind of amazing that she is supposedly so kind of emotionally intelligent about other people's issues. But boy, she's dumb about her own. She can't. She has no impetus to change the
I think
situation
you
she's
said
in.
in the first episode, I bet she's a friend that's really good giving advice to other people.
I bet you she is.
I bet, like, as a tarot card reader, y'all, I bet she's really good at her job.
I agree. So then like you said, he says, "I'm staying here." Very childish, ridiculous. And this is the same thing he does when she pushes him too much and gets too, or what he would say is bossy. He
Mhm.
says, "I'm going to put my foot down because I'm the man." She can't handle that, goes to pieces,
Mhm.
walks off. Then what's the most interesting thing? And y'all, this fight and this kind of fight is replayed probably 3 times a week or more.
Yeah.
She gets upset, runs to him. He doesn't like seeing her cry or have emotions at all. And he says, "I'm sorry."
Mhm. And he
There's
says, "I'm,"
nothing
but
resolved.
but nothing behind it. He just says, "I'm
No!
sorry. Can we just be happy?" And she says, "Yeah." And then
It's
Um,
so frustrating.
and then they both recognize, look, we just made up. The only way we can get rid of this energy is we've got to go fuck right now.
So instead of talking about it, we just go bang it out, which isn't doing anything but giving a quick, kind of a quick jolt, and just reinforces the avoidant behavior.
A lot of people think a lot of people think they bang it out, but
They
really,
don't.
you don't bang it out. It's just you get dopamine, serotonin
Yeah.
rushes that cover it up.
It's an
It's
addiction for
still
both of them.
there. It's still there. It's when those dopamine levels fall, those issues are gonna come back up.
Yeah. Trust me, I've tried to bang it out.
You tried.
It's fun. It's fun for a while, but sadly, their issues and credit score are still there at the end of the day.
They are. And Jonathan is just sitting there.
So, y'all, they do this and they bang it out in the all gender restroom, and the weirdest thing is she acts like she's embarrassed about it, but she's kind of proud of it. And and I think it's fun to, she's sex positive, I'm sure, but at the same time, it just feels like this is something, it feels extremely emotionally immature for someone who is trying to live as an emotional adult.
Mhm.
That's why at this episode, I was like, I can't with this woman anymore. I can't. I every time she tries to talk reasonably, I'm like, bitch, 2 minutes ago, you were doing something so fucking stupid.
You said this, and I'm already telling you, and I agree with you. She, I think more than anyone, is a lock to be on Happily Ever After.
Lock.
A lock. Even more than Gino and Jasmine, and I think they'll be on too.
Yeah.
She says so. She says, so they get home, and she's like, I need to be a man who doesn't have negative energy. We've got to change the energy. Y'all, she's doing all this crystal stuff.
Yeah. And she's saying,
which I believe in
English, so he can't even understand.
She's telling it to him. He doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Like, who are we mourning? That was the greatest line.
He doesn't fucking care what this is about. He's just rolling his eyes. And she's like, okay, we're clearing this. And then she kind of says, okay, bye. Almost like that fixes the problem. And now we can move on.
Yeah. A lot of people who are, who either practice witchcraft or they've really called her out for being kind of, what's the word? Kind of slipshod in her practice and just being frivolous with it. Yeah. Anyway, mi trabajo es bruja.
She's going to learn a dance, y'all, with her sister and her friend Alicia.
This is the most extra thing ever. I've got to ask. Number one, and I wrote, of course, there's going to be a dance, and a choreographed dance for the wedding. And turns out he loves her sexy dancing. And I wrote down, especially at a wedding, because where else can you do a sexy dance?
Well, they are going to get married on the beach. You know.
Oh, are
'cause
they?
we-
I didn't know what that
remember,
was.
well,
the
remember
plan.
she bought the flight. Remember she wanted to buy the flights and get married in the beach. She wanted
Oh,
to do
I
a
didn't
big
know if
wedding.
that we're getting married on the beach.
Because I think we saw coming up on this season. I believe they get married and there's a
There's a
hurricane.
So the other thing, it kind of makes sense for there to be a dance that she does. It's weird that her sister and her friend are in it.
No, I think I'm confused if they're there just to learn it with her or if she's doing. I thought she was. It's confusing. Well, her sister is a choreographer, so her
That I
sister-
get.
But the friend, I guess the friend is just there for like a workout because I think she's doing it by herself. Surely.
Okay, that makes more sense because
That's
I was
what I thought.
thinking, why would 3 women be doing this?
Because then it's like you're trying to get your husband to fuck your sister.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
I did.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I got that they were just there for scenery, so that way they could sit and
Because
talk about fucking. in the
Otherwise,
bathroom.
it's weird. 3 of them doing it, a sexy dance for him, like a harem.
Mhm.
But
I'd
so
love
she,
a harem of men.
a harem.
Harem.
So she says it was an energetic. We had sex in the restroom, and they're like, and you can tell.
Again, Alicia's like,
Yeah.
this again. You can tell.
And they kind of go, and she's like, it was an energetic release. No, honey, the problem is you believe your own bullshit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't release anything. You
Again,
released
just a cover up.
dopamine.
It's just a cover up.
And the sister even says, this is so telling. The sister goes, I don't even know what's real and what's not real anymore.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And then this is the kicker. This is the kicker where I threw my pad. She's like, well, you know what? If it all burns to the ground, you just gonna pick me back up, yo.
They're like,
Oh,
because they've done
okay.
it before. Because they might not have a scooter, but they're just like Natalie and Ashley. They've done it before.
But when do they stop picking you up? When are they too tired? When do they finally say, girl, this is the 10th time we've done this. This is your 4th wedding.
How many times did I pick you up in the Valley or in Vegas? You do what you got to do for your friends.
Next question.
All right. Let's talk about
Clayton and Anali.
Anally.
Let me see. I need to find something a Sissy sent us because it completely oh god, okay, maybe she sent it to
What?
me. No, it was an opinion about Anali and Clayton. Let's see if I can find it. Go ahead and introduce this. I wonder if I can do it. Wonder if I can find it.
So this is, y'all, if you remember before, Clayton asked her about her dad. Why couldn't he tell her dad about them getting together? She kind of avoids the whole thing, shuts down, and goes in the bathroom and starts crying. That's what happened before.
Right.
So Clayton is talking to her now, and he's like, I don't understand why you're crying. And Clayton talks, which I think is true. I think there's a lot of validity to this from what we've seen. He says basically, if it's really difficult, she avoids it. She completely, I think you're looking, by the way, I think you're thinking of the Patreon comments.
Maybe. I thought
Where
this
somebody
was...
talked about Annalie being afraid of her family seeing that she's having
Yes.
sex with a guy.
Yeah.
That was in the
That was Patreon.
comment.
Never mind.
Mhm.
Okay.
So Clayton is basically saying if there's anything difficult, she doesn't really talk about it. She avoids it. So it's not that I don't agree with her reasons for not telling her family, but I do feel like he is not clued. By the way we've seen her react when she gets upset, I don't think he has really any idea that it's this deep and why she's not telling her family.
Right. Yeah.
And that's on her, y'all. That's on her.
Yeah. I think I still really like her more than anybody else on this season.
I like
don't
both
know-
of them.
I don't know
You don't like
why.
Clayton, but I really like Clayton.
It's not that I dislike him. I'm just kind of repulsed by him. Not that I think he's ugly. I'm not saying that. there's a quality about him that is ugly. It's like he's slippery
I just feel like
and
he's a lonely heart who's finally getting a chance at love. That's
No,
why
that's
I'm
not it.
happy for him.
That's not it. So he basically says, Anali says, "You're never going to understand me, and if I prefer to break up." And Clayton says, "Well, the feeling of being hidden really hurts me because this happened before in another relationship, and this person he was with did not post anything about him on social media and was cheating on him." And as soon as he said that, and maybe this has been recreated or something, she just goes, "Oh,
She
you
literally
were
audibly said, "Oh."
you were that's why this is really personal for you."
And I feel like he's the type of guy, maybe she has and we haven't seen it.
Oh, the edit
but
on this couple is wild. I'm
it's
convinced.
wild. But if she explained her feelings, I think for him from a kind of a place like that, I think he would understand.
I agree. I feel like she's an interesting person because she's really not that willing to open up on camera. She's much better at making jokes. She's much better at
deflecting.
Yeah.
It's an avoidant attachment style and an anxious attachment style, which happens a lot.
This is textbook.
She is very avoidant. He's super anxious. Also, just from the little bit we know, I feel like her father must be just
a tyrant.
Just a tyrant. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think maybe he has scared her so much from voicing her opinion.
I think a sissy
This
put
is
it
a
in
lot
our
of
Patreon
speculation,
comments,
y'all.
said that, of course, that she's going to be cagey about doing anything sexual that's going to be to air on TV because she thinks that her father will watch, which did make a little more sense to me. It does also kind of give credence to what because she probably comes from a conservative Catholic family, or at least a conservative family, and she's worried about how it will reflect on her and what her family will say about her. So you can kind of see her being hyper aware of the camera, and especially in sex situations. So that may explain
Which would
that
make sense because they wouldn't use that excuse on this show because then it's breaking the fourth wall.
Exactly. So, y'all, anyway, the long dry spell is up after she says...
Well, she says, "I want to make you happy. I'm going to post now." And he starts to almost cry.
And then she posts this really sweet thing. I don't have words to say about my person. So happy you came to my life. I'm the happiest girl in the world. Publicado. And y'all, then it's time. Bow, back up, bow, bow. What is that? Oh.
They end up, and as he says, "All aboard the girth train. Choo choo."
Girth train's coming. Just don't look at those baby white hands.
Baby white hands.
Focus on the girth train, Anali.
They're not doll
hands.
They're not doll hands. They're not doll hands. They're human hands.
I promise that belongs to a human, not a baby. Just look at that dick. Don't focus on the hands. Don't look at that dick. Don't focus on the hands. Just look at that dick. Don't look at those hands. Those hands are baby hands.
Tick, 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 tick.
Look at this, kind of a nice dick. I do think it's not the biggest.
You have the
penis.
train whistle. I don't have it.
It's okay. It's not the biggest penis in the world. It's not bad.
I think it's
not
good boyfriend dick.
Yeah.
And you know what? That guy is gonna work to make you happy.
It.
Yes. He said they both got off unless she was faking.
Unfortunately, you have to hear what he says after, which made my stomach drop through the floor and wanted me to. I almost clawed my face off. So he basically said, "Want to see me wag my tail?" Well,
It's like a cute joke between them, and he says it in Spanish. He says something like, "I'm so happy I'm wagging my tail." It makes her laugh.
It's
You've never
disgusting.
so you've never wagged your tail at a man?
Absolutely not.
I do not believe that.
It's
You've never wagged your ass at a man and slapped it and said, "Hey, boys."
no. But I think it's the idea of wagging it like he'd make a great furry. Clayton would make a great furry.
I see that.
And
Yeah.
it's too cutesy for me. I don't know.
But you don't like that type of like
I do
you don't
not.
you don't like baby talk or I thought this was cute. I thought this was cute and playful. It didn't bother me.
Of course you did.
That's not the type of relationship you want. You want to read poetry, you want to stare at each other's
Yeah, and
hands
choke
and
'em
talk
out.
about the universe and then
I'm a
yeah.
little baby. I ain't no killer baby.
Don't ever say that again.
I'm a little baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer baby.
That is the widest way to say that I've ever heard.
Almost wider than Jack Harlow's.
It's true, actually. Anyway, so their drive. Oh, wait a minute. I've almost forgot. You guys, we're having a good week. Courtney Collins or whatever, Carrie Coons is on White Lotus.
Courtney Collins was in Hairspray.
Carrie Coons is going to be on
Carrie
White Lotus.
Coon, singular.
Carrie Coon. We had we've had a good week. We got another good. We got pizza from TLC. Thank you, TLC.
Good pizza too.
good
Artisanal pizza.
John and Vinny's and they got me orange wine, which I've never had.
Mine was different. You mean orange, not the color, like the label?
No, the color is orange. It's made from oranges. It's an orange wine. That's a new thing now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got red wine.
I've been wanting to try it, so it's perfect. I didn't try it last night because I got it too late. I would have had reflux. You know what? Nobody cares. But
when is the show just going to turn into us talking about our old adult problems?
give us 5 years.
Yeah.
But y'all, this doesn't happen often for us, but we got a good get today.
I don't even know about this.
I want to surprise you, y'all. We have an interview of someone who was on today's episode.
Oh,
we actually have an interview with the panda bear that saw everything the night that Clayton and Anali had sex.
well, this will be revelatory.
So, where is he? His handler's over there. Go ahead, panda bear. Come on, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Hi.
Hi, panda bear. Didn't expect that. Thought you'd be more of a bear voice.
This is a bear voice.
Boy, panda bear. It sounds like. Are you Southern panda bear from the South China?
I'm from the South China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We don't have nationalities.
Oh, okay. Do you speak Chinese at
Not
all?
like you people.
No, it's true.
Ni hao. That's all I know.
Oh, okay. So Panda Bear, now are you owned by Clayton or Anali or both?
I was given to Anali by Clayton, and I've just spent a lot of time traveling all over the world with them. But they always take me in their bed.
So you cuddle a lot. So it's been a while. It's been almost 60 days since they had sex. Panda Bear, can you just take us through what were you doing?
I'd rather not.
Yeah, if you could just take us through what were you doing when the sex started happening? Walk us through a play, but what did you see?
Well, I was just laying there thinking about prime numbers
Oh, yes.
in my head, which is a very common thing for me.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
And then
Your face is changing,
saw-
Panda Bear. What's
I saw
wrong?
all kinds of stuff.
Oh no. What is you have a look in your eyes,
somebody-
Panda Bear? Tell us.
Mr. Agent Man, could you get me a cigarette? Thank you. I got the shakes ever since that night.
Oh, wow. Actually, you're shaking, even though it's a podcast.
First, he took his hand
and he put it on her left butt.
Uh-huh.
And it was so white and so soft. And he just caressed it, and it felt, and it like made a sound like how silk is on other silk.
Oh, but what did he say though? Whenever before he had the sex, or what did Clayton? What kind of dirty talk did he say to her?
I'd rather not talk about that. I don't want to go back to this.
Well, this is why we brought you on the show. We will send you back to China if you don't answer.
I see how this is going to get played.
What I just need a little bit. What was the dirty talk Clayton said to her in that moment?
Okay. You want me to tell you because you won't be able to think, you won't be able to not hear it no more.
I'm sorry, but the nightmares are happening for a reason, Panda Bear.
He asked, he asked her if she would dingle his duper duper.
I don't know. But did she?
He said it before.
And did she do it?
Oh, she dingled that duper duper.
Panda Bear, I realize as you're talking, you don't have eyelids, so you had to watch the whole thing, didn't you?
Yeah, I can never close my eyes.
You can't
it's a problem. And so then he went down on her, and he said he was going down on her shoop shoop. And everything was dirty talk, but in baby talk. And when they were done, an hour and a half later,
It's okay. It's a
I
safe
just
space.
stared at the ceiling.
Yeah. What kind of noises does Clayton make after coitus when he's laying there holding her? Is it a sound?
He's
a
crying.
word?
He's
Oh,
crying. And then he says, "Mommy, mommy." And the only thing she can do is cover his mouth. And she had the same look in her eyes as I did when we locked eyes that night.
Oh, you did.
And she understood.
Ah.
Well, this has been fun.
No, Panda Bear, thank you so much for being
I
here.
can't take no more of this.
We got, don't you worry, we got you a one-way trip back to New Mexico where you belong.
Oh, no.
Well, it's better than China.
Why am I going to New Mexico?
That's where you said on your rider.
I should be going back to Kentucky. That's where they live. I got to start getting better shows.
Thank you, Panda Bear.
Ni hao.
Oh boy, Poodle, you're gonna have to listen to that.
That was.
That really was.
You know how I don't like to listen to interviews. I'm never
Really
here for
don't.
them.
No, yeah, you're never here for them. You just miss them.
Well,
We wish Panda Bear the best. Thank you again. Maybe we'll see him again. Maybe we won't.
we won't. So they're riding around the next day, and she basically says, "San Diego's really nice. I'd like to live here."
And he's like, "Yeah, that's very expensive.
This is
especially if I'm moving my mom here."
Yo,
I don't know. Do you think though she's not getting the mom thing? And because it does sound like we see in the next week on, like the mom is saying, "I just wish she cooked like some hamburgers or American food," which is real gross to say.
I think I don't think they have problems. I said this again. I don't think they have problems. And I think this is a setup. It's probably based in reality, but I think certain things are hit more than others. I liked it when she's like, so he says, "With my mom," and she's like, "What are we going to do? Put her in her closet?" And y'all, now she wants a llama at this wedding. I gotta say,
okay, that's a lot.
Exotic animals. We just talked about it on Smothered. Don't do this to animals. I just don't have animals there as sideshow attractions at your events. Christine Quinn always did this on Selling Sunset, and I hated it.
Yeah.
But y'all, they call Brandy
because as Clayton says, she's been married and divorced 3 times, so she ought to know.
She knows more than anything about getting married.
And I love it that he laughed. He's like, "Oh, she's gonna kill me," and then you kind of see Clayton go, "Oh, fuck it."
The shade. I will say,
Great.
he is funny on social media.
He is.
I think he also gets it. He knows that the way the show is gonna. I think he's a smart guy. He knows the way that he's gonna get treated on the show. He's playing with that. I think he'll wind up being a good sport. I could see them in a prime spot for pillow talk. I could see them being a good
she doesn't really
pillow
speak
talk.
English, so it's going to be
That's true. You're right.
Oh.
That's always a problem.
Yeah. So until she learns English a little bit more, to 90-Day Diaries they go.
Pull down the trap door. Send them to Diaries.
Yeah.
Fill it on your phone, you sluts.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to send you the phone.
We'll send we'll send you some Olive Garden gift certificates.
Basically, yeah.
So anyway, Brandy basically, they call Brandy and she's like, "I've already been planning your bachelorette," and they're like, "Also, could you find a person to put in a guinea pig costume? What the fuck kind of wedding is this that there's going to be a fucking mascot there?"
So maybe she's meeting his weird because she's the one that wants these things, not him.
And she wants a llama. And at one point, Brandy goes, "Yeah, I'm not doing any of that."
She's like, yeah, and just hangs up the phone. Now, but Anali does want strippers. I enjoy that.
Strippers.
Strippers.
So I think she's just seen American movies. She wants the American dream, y'all. Strippers at your bachelorette.
So that's what I want.
When you get married, but you said you'll never get married again.
It's like, I guess I'll just have to have strippers just because, just to support the local economy. Nothing wrong with that. God, they smell so good.
I was really, that's a lot of cologne, right?
I love it.
I was really proud of when I wrote on our ad about you being at the Wiener Wiener. I enjoyed that. That was the dick dancing bar.
I did. It was
Wiener Wiener.
They didn't have any go-go dancers in Vienna, or at least I didn't see them. I'm sure
they're the fucking most snobby city in Europe. That's why.
Yeah,
the Viennese think that if you're not Viennese, why do I talk to you?
Yeah, I should have gone to Prague. Would have it.
Oh, I don't know. But they would have been straight.
It's fine by me.
They all and you look at their eyes, and it's the sadness of a Czech gay porn star.
They all accept cold hard euros.
And with that,
that's the show.
That's the show. Wow.
That's the show, everybody. All right. You can go to realitygaze.com for all of that, all the info about us. If you want to hear this show commercial free for your pleasure, you can subscribe to the $8 tier of RG Plus. That's going to be available at Apple Podcasts. That's also going to be available at Patreon and or Supercast. So that is $8 tier where you also will get Smothered.
And Apple subscriptions.
I said that.
You did. I wasn't listening.
That's fine. I don't care. And that's where you can get Smothered, and you can also get Love After Lockup, or right now Life After Lockup, which is, y'all, Smothered is, this is a good season of Smothered. It's much better than last season.
It's heads above last season.
Yes. You're getting the ick way more, which makes me happy.
I actively hate 3 of the couples.
Because you get the ick from them. But you want to know what happens.
Yeah. But I like 3 of them too. So, yeah.
We're having a good time with it. Next week, we're going to be talking about Nikki, next episode, tomorrow, we're going to be talking about Nikki and Justin, Sam and Citra. We finally meet her dad, and also Gino and Jasmine, of course.
Gino, I want to suck your dick.
Suck your dick, Gino.
She says that at the end, and I died.
Yes. Y'all. So, follow us on social media. Oh, wait, never mind. Don't vote for the thing. It's already been voted for.
Never
so
mind.
we enjoy the new Tommy name. All right, everybody, we call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places, Poodle?
Yes. And if you've ever passed up a regular restroom for a gender neutral, or even better, a family restroom, because they've got that changing table, you can call us, or you can call me, because I know what you're talking about. Thank heaven for a changing table.